So good to get back together, albeit not in person. We had hoped that we would be together in person for this occasion, but the rise in the number of cases and our key concern for everyone's health kept us away. But I think in our thoughts and spirits, we are all together. And I'm really glad to be here in front of you to talk about all the achievements that you've had, that together we've had to propel NIIT to where it's reached over the last 2 years. Before I get started, on that note, I did want to welcome all the new NIITians who have joined NIIT over these last 2 years. I don't think we have had a time when almost a third of NIIT is full of new NIITians and we've not met in person. So I look forward to meeting with each one of you in person, but till then, welcome to NIIT, and I'm looking forward to each one of you, each one of your key contributions. Also, a special note of thanks to the LST team who helped stand up what is NIIT Digital today. I remember March and April of 2020 when we did not have a digital business. We had what we all know as our brick and mortar business. And the LST team was given the responsibility of pivoting and helping us transform to that business, to a digital business. And in doing that, not only stand up a new business with the new platform, but also ensure that all of our existing students got not just what they paid for, but a significantly better experience than they had bargained. And I really wanted to thank the LST team for the monumentous role they played in making that happen. So thank you, LST team, and each one of you who participated in that journey. What a ride these last 2 years has been. It's been a story of deep contrasts. But imagine if we were able to achieve what we were able to achieve in these last 2 years with all the constraints and the adversity ahead of us. Imagine what we could achieve if the constraints were lifted. And I'm really looking forward to the next chapter of what we can do. And I think that's really what drives the theme. Our time is now. Imagine going back memory lane, it was March 2020 and everything around us was shutting down. Like I said, our education centers had to be shut down. All businesses around us were shutting down. The economies were heading into recession. March 2020 was the month when the shutdown hit us. And just that month of shutdown wiped out about 90% of the profit from our P&L for that quarter. Now, as I look back, I think every company that I know of went through exactly the same March. March was shut down, everybody's profits got wiped out. But I think what happened after March 2020 and what happened within NIIT after March 2020 is pure storybook. It is uniquely NIIT. It is our family's story. The story only has heroes. It's a story of courage, daring, innovation, trust, speed, choices, and sacrifices. It's the story of the spirit of every NIIT. And it is that spirit that I'm so proud of today. Over the last couple of years, we have and are continuing to do more interesting and challenging work than we ever have. I talked about the pivot to digital earlier today. I wanted to talk about what LST has done in standing up StackRoot Learning in the United States, our B2C go-to-market for career changers so that they can see economic mobility in the growth that IT and IT-related jobs are experiencing in the United States. We have more customers who have put their trust in NIIT to solve some of their most pressing L&D issues. And I think LST is taking the lead in enabling that to happen, whether it is the app or the platform that is powering NIIT Digital, or it is the platform that's enabling our TPaaS business, or it is the platform that is powering Wipro to onboard thousands of new engineers into Wipro while working off of our platform. So big kudos to everything that LST has done to get NIIT to propel into this digital world in a compressed period of time. We have won more awards over these last couple of years than we have ever won over the last several years. And each NIIT, I think, has grown, and so has your NIIT in stature, in what we have accomplished, in what we are pursuing to accomplish as well. The future is digital, and I think the LST team is powering that future. Whether it is the adoption of platforms to do our daily work, what started with Salesforce.com many years ago to power managed services, transcended to adoption of Microsoft Teams as our convergent platform for collaboration and work, and then moving on to SuccessFactors as a platform to do all people-related work within NIIT. So the move towards platforms, the move towards digital, to me is synonymous, and I think it will help us propel in terms of productivity, in terms of inclusiveness, in terms of our ability to be connected with each other as well as our customers. The platform that LST is creating for customer experience management and the various other avatars of the digital platform that we have are all designed to help NIIT get to digital and get to digital faster. And I wanted to specifically mention the role that LST and each one of you have played in making that happen. It is now our collective and proud privilege to actually write the next chapter in our story. If the last chapter was among the best chapters that we have experienced in NIIT's history, imagine what we could write in the next chapter. Imagine the story that you want to write as the next chapter for NIIT. And I think each one of us should figure out what we want to see in the next chapter of NIIT. And like I said, while the last chapter was probably among the best chapters of NIIT in the 40-year history, I think the best is yet to come. And I think it's going to be each one of our proud privilege to write our chapter for NIIT, our next chapter for NIIT, and put our distinct stamp on that chapter. The timing for NIIT could not be better. L&D and all parts of the organization, our customers associated with learning and development have never been more important. L&D's responsibility, never greater. Imagine what Wipro is trying to do with training. They're trying to elevate their new hires into people who could work as folks who have 3 years of experience, and NIIT is helping them do that. And the same thing rings true in almost every project that we do, whether it's for Wipro, whether it's for Cognizant, whether it's for DXC, whether it's for any of RPS's customers. The talent transformation that NIIT is causing for its business or its customers in India is absolutely amazing. And that's really what is driving the L&D organizations to be able to deliver against their promise of talent transformation. Now, as our customers are starting to see what NIIT can accomplish for them, their expectations from us are ever greater. Their expectations in terms of convenience, their expectations in terms of flexibility, their expectations in terms of ease of use, their expectations in terms of the platform capability, ever increasing. Our competitors are also recognizing NIIT. They're seeing NIIT rise and are right at our footsteps. And I think the key role that LST can and has played will always keep us ahead of our competitors. I think it's needless to say the timing, the environment, and everything is conspiring for it to be our time. And I think our time is now. Like Leena pointed out, it is our time and it's our time to win and it's our time to shine. Thank you and welcome to Annual Day.